We are live. Bienvenidos and welcome, familia, to another awesome video with us. Today's especially delicious.
Yes.
Especially delicious. We have today a Boiling Point's album release party. This is a taco party.
Tacos.
And I'm excited because we are having a conversation with our awesome friends, which is you, and we are having ourselves a very awesome
Just don't drop the tacos.
taco party. It's like it's in a heart-shaped container. Isn't that awesome?
Yep.
Because we know how much we love tacos
And then
here. And we're not sponsored by them, but we have our Coca-Cola bottles. It wouldn't be a party, a taco party, without it.
With the real.
Without it, right? So without the real soda. So welcome. I am Leonardo Torres.
I'm Erika Ayala.
And together we are Leonerika
Leonerika.
and Mustachio
Yes.
in the house. He's still here. Familia, I've come to the point where I'm not going for the 100,000 subscribers anymore. It really doesn't matter whether we get there or not. I'm completely detached from it. So you get to decide whether Mustachio stays or goes. Let us know.
I'm just kidding.
Should I still keep it even though it's not like, the main goal? What do you think?
I feel like now I'm used to it. So it's like now I'm gonna feel like it's weird if you like take it off. It's gonna be like a whole new you.
David Wilson says, "Oh, I see the mustache. How long has that been there?" Too long, man. It takes me a while to grow this out. So, familia, today is, as I said, especially delicious, not just because we have tacos, but because we have a gentleman who's going to be joining us from a very awesome band called Boiling Point. You know him as Boiling Point Man. We have dubbed him Boiling Point Man on our channel. And he's just been awesome. He's been a blessing to this channel. His music's been, we've loved his music, and we've loved him too, because he joins us on the live chat. He's participated, in conversations, and he's just been awesome. He's been incredible, and there's something special happening tomorrow. Is the release of their new album of their band, titled Hope Lives Here, which has a song that we've already listened to here on the channel, and we all fell in love with. So if you all can please help me welcome our good friend Eric Bjorklund from Boiling Point. Bienvenido, my friend.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's good to see you guys. I'm stoked.
I'm stoked too. Are you taco ready?
Look at this. Fully prepared. There's an authentic street taco place right near work. So I've got the real deal.
Oh, you got the real deal.
Yeah, and I've got my Brandon Lake haircut. So like I'm an extra good Christian artist and ready to roll.
I love it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. First of all, thank you for not getting Taco Bell.
No, it was I was concerned I was not gonna have choices, and I was like taco hunting, but we got it done, and now I have to figure out how to actually eat a taco on air.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out too, because we don't want to be rude and chew and
we're gonna play one of these songs, and then we're gonna just you and I are just gonna come back with like stuff all over our mustache and beard, and people are gonna turn off the channel. Basically.
Well, yeah, they're gonna see just how messy Mustachio can get.
He's gonna have like salsa right here, like or onion.
What kind of tacos did you get?
So I'm a big carnitas guy, pork.
We are in sync, Eric.
Yeah, man.
We are brothers for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We got carnitas.
We got carnitas tacos too, and we got the Cokes.
And we got the Cokes.
Yeah, no, we're totally in sync. That's why we're gonna hang out in October at John's wedding. Well, I'll go to John's wedding and I'll sneak off to have tacos with you guys.
I'm like, oh, I didn't know we were invited to John's wedding, but
yeah. Come on over.
Maybe we should ask John first.
Maybe.
Man,
he's overrated. Begging for forgiveness is the way to go.
Is it? Erika picked up these tacos from this spot that it's called El Campestre. They're getting a shout out. They are in the city of Paris. They make handmade tortillas. So this is a handmade tortilla.
Nice.
It's not from it's not in a packaged.
That's the way to go.
I've added some onion and cilantro and a very delicious red sauce.
I mixed it. I mixed the green and the red.
Red.
Yeah, mine's got that stuff too. Check it out. It's all ready, ready to go.
Excellent.
I paid extra for the beans and rice.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying not to drop it all over my computer. that would be true to form because I've already dropped the tacos once. So anyway.
No, don't
drop the tacos.
I know, no, I felt awful.
By the way, there's a 5-second rule for food, right? Like if it hits the floor, 5 seconds to pick it up and eat it, right?
Yeah,
with tacos.
It was in the box, thankfully, but I just made a mess out of things a little bit. Just comment, basically how I operate, making a mess out of things, and try to fix things. But
all right, that's good. Well, just so you know, it's 5 seconds for food and it's 5 minutes for tacos. So
nice.
I'm a what?
It's a 5-minute rule for tacos.
It's good to see the whole crew here. I see Roxana, Kenny. Who dubbed me Boiling Point Man, I believe. Kitty, all sorts of friends. So it's good to be with the La Familia.
Yeah, La Familia. Thank you so much for joining us. We got Jeff Davenport in the house. I'm eating rolled tacos. Does that count? Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. Lisa, thank you for joining the taco party. Katie Donovan. Do you know Katie Donovan?
I've heard of her.
Yeah, you've heard of her. Are you a fan? You're a fan?
Yes, I'm a fan of hers.
We got David Wellman. Crashing a wedding is a long and glorious tradition. That's true. We got Roxana in the house saying hi to Jackie. Jackie, hello.
Hi, Jackie.
Welcome. We got Angela in the house. We got Kenny. Kenny, what's the bet? Am I going to eat all these tacos or not? Bets, put your bet in right now. We got Alicia. And I think I saw your husband on here, Alicia. Mm-hmm. So welcome, Linda. Carrie Mama Bear's in the house.
Hello.
Bringing the fuego, bringing the fire. We have who else do we have? Oh, Jaylina. Hi, welcome.
Hey.
Excellent. So let's get to the nitty-gritty, shall we?
Do it. We're taking a bite first before we start this whole thing?
While he tells us about this album, we're gonna take a bite. We're gonna chew and take a bite while you tell us. We have what is it called? It's Hope Lives Here.
Hope Lives Here. Yeah, it's got the same title as the mini series.
As a mini series,
and basically much of the album actually serves as the soundtrack for the YouTube mini series. So if folks have not seen that, go check that out because I'm really proud of what we were able to accomplish with that miniseries and just kind of the perspective I think that we were able to offer people and bring people to a place in the world that most will probably never have a chance to go to. Mm-hmm. And also just lift up the heroes that are in Sierra Leone who are kind of in the fight every day, educating, bringing better healthcare and doing the things that it takes to raise up a generation that will be, create a better country than the one that folks inherited, especially after a 10-year civil war. But the whole project was really inspired by Switchfoot's Fading West. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but they basically did this documentary where they went around the world and surfed and showed them playing concerts and stuff. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool to kind of do just something like that, but also put kind of a missionary bent on it, or show people just exactly what we're involved in over in Sierra Leone, because we talk about it at concerts a lot, but it's really hard to conceptualize or even imagine if you have never been there. So our opportunity, we took the opportunity, I think at really the whisper of God, because I know we've talked about that before, just kind of hearing God speak in a burrito place and inviting John to Africa to shoot this movie, and really having no idea how the heck we were going to pull it off, because we're more or less poor, as most Christian rock bands are, and just and it's been a 5 or 6 year process, and this tomorrow and this I consider kind of the finally the kind of the end of the plan, and it's just been a wild ride. And since the release of the miniseries and the single, which Hope Lives Here, has been on the rock charts now for 24 straight weeks, which is unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Wow. yeah, after all that, we got in contact with a record label, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come on board with us?" And we're like, and prayed about it, and now we are signed officially, and that's what kind of pushed the record back a bit, because the record was supposed to originally come out around the same time that the movie kind of had its finale, but because of the record label signing and everything, it was pushed back till tomorrow. So that's kind of the nitty gritty of it.
That's the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
This Sierra Leone mission, or this trip, this project.
Yeah.
It's really, really important to you. Right? Like that much is obvious. You wouldn't go, document it and share it with so many people for no reason. What does it mean to you personally? Like where's that rooted? Well,
it's rooted in my call to go out and make disciples and be the hands and feet of Christ. But that was really the first couple trips, and then I fell in love with people over there and made friends over there, and I just these folks became a part of my life, and I always say that you'll never go to Sierra Leone and come back whole, because you'll always have a part of you over there, because the people are so beautiful and really just very aware of their humanity and just how precious life is, because they almost live on the edge of a knife. Because like literally the average salary or average income of a person over in Sierra Leone is $300 a year. And so most of these folks live by trying to be farmers and raise enough crops to make ends meet, and then on the side try to do whatever they can to bring some extra finances into their home. And as Hope Lives Here, the song speaks about in the second verse, for some folks that means sending their kids out to mine sand that has been brought in due to the rainy season and the high waters that brings sand down the river, and they dig it out and sell it on the side of the road for profit and construction. And they basically are doing anything they can to make ends meet. And I have felt very, very firmly called to trying to do whatever I can to help increase healthcare or access to healthcare, increase access to education, so that at some point we can raise up some leaders out of this village, develop the economy, so there's more money flowing through the local economy, so that people have more ability to make funds, and then also help folks develop spiritually as well.
And based on your experience there, would you say that you are satisfied with what was accomplished?
Yeah. It's been, over the last 10 years, I've seen just tremendous change over there. And you and I talked about the maternity ward, or the labor and delivery room, which really basically saw maternal death and infant death, that death rate go to zero, because mothers had care that they needed prior to delivery, and they had babies who were ready and viable to make it, because they had the proper nutrition and the tools that were needed to make sure that the delivery was successful. And really the next project that's on our table is to create maybe actually an entire maternity ward, to create almost like a magnet for education and training in how to deliver babies and provide proper nutrition and care for mothers who are expecting.
That's great, man. That makes me very happy to hear that it dropped to zero. In essence, I mean, you saved some lives. That's great, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there you should be proud. We're proud of you, man. We're
very proud.
Very happy to have you, to know someone so kind and so generous and so
I'm only part of the story. You know, we work with a group called Africa Uplifted, and they've been going for 15 years or so. So, you know, if anyone wants to learn more about it, you know, africauplifted.org is the place to go. But, you know, with the movie, it was almost like this attempt to kind of just at the last second, like shift the focus to really the important work that the local people are doing.
Yeah. Because
we thought that, you know, we've got some followers, some people know who we are. And so it was like, well, what if we attract people to the vision by saying the band is kind of doing this thing, but then turn it on its head and say, you know, the band is really just a small part of this. The real heroes in this whole thing are the educators and the doctors and the people who are doing the work. Because, you know, as much as we want to pat ourselves on the back, we're not there every day. we're trying to equip these folks, you know, to be successful for the future of that country.
I'm gonna say this, and I probably mean this to myself as well, but just take the compliment, man.
Thank you.
I say it to myself. No, I'm just kidding. I know. That's why I said I'm gonna say it to myself. No, but yeah, all of you are. Of course, it's a team effort, you know. But like to negate what the work that they're doing, but But you know, you do play an important role in it. You know, with no matter how small it is, it goes a long way. It really does go a long way. And so yeah, well, thank you. Are you ready to dig into the first taco?
I know.
Oh, tacos! My tacos are gonna get cold. Otherwise.
No, yeah, we'll listen to a song while we enjoy a taco.
Yes, please.
Familia, it's your job to count how many tacos we eat at the end of this. So far, I'm almost done with one. I have one more bite to finish that one. And no, Alicia, we did not ignore your comment. We saw that you all are planning our wedding apparently, and are like,
okay.
Apparently, we're having a live streamed wedding, Erika and I.
Wow.
So let us know how that goes. She's like, I don't see a ring on this video. When we don't know. We're just gonna let it happen when it happens. It's not like
gonna happen when
it's not rain, right? It's not like, oh, we're just gonna let it happen when it happens. But but it's, you know, we'll see. And yes, I'm pretty sure if we're still doing the YouTube thing, I'm pretty sure it will be live streams for you all. It'll probably be in Europe somewhere or somewhere where our family can't travel. No, I'm kidding. I can't. All right, if you're ready to go, let's grab our tacos, grab your headphones, familia. We're gonna listen to a song, and the first one that we're gonna listen to is a song called is it Ready Set No?
Sure.
Yep. You go with that? Wait, I don't. Let me just double check because I'm
something in my tooth. That's the part about eating. That's the part about
eating.
You can
go off screen and then just.
No. I'm trying to get it out.
It's okay. La Familia is very forgiving, and so they're not gonna judge you for your.
I don't want to do that.
Or do that.
No.
Right, let me just double check and make sure. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah,
that's it. All right, cool. So we're starting off with a song called "Ready Set No," and not go. Ready Set No, and then we'll talk about this interesting title, or maybe the song will answer it. But here we go.
Yeah.
All right. You were able to hear that, right?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, let's go. Eat tacos. Cool. Oh, nice.
She's been swimming in the deep since the beginning.
Ooh, bass.
She's been given all she has just to keep on living. What do you do when you rev your engine? Countdown begins and your mind is set. Yellow to green and you hit that pedal, but you stall out. Wait now, this is a mistake now. Should go this way now?
bass is just.
Shouldn't go this way.
Wow.
How do I make sense of this? Wait now, this is a mistake now. Shouldn't go this way now. How do I move on and knowing like this? Wait now, this is a mistake now. Shouldn't go this way now.
Man,
I loved it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right.
Okay, first of all,
Those drums.
Here we go.
delicious tacos.
Oh man, mine was really good too. Mine was really good. I didn't know you were going to keep us on the screen. I'm like trying to eat like graciously,
Nah, man.
and it was just like falling into my hands. I'm like, this is.
No.
I still haven't even finished my
Tacos
first
are okay to eat messy. Don't worry
It's
about
like you put the box in front of my face.
it.
Oh,
No worries about it, man. This is the first time. This might be the first taco party ever. I'm not sure.
this is great, man. We need to do this more often.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Then maybe halfway through the podcast, I won't have hungry brain. And
Yeah, Angela will tell me, feed that man.
That's right.
Angela's always telling me, feed that man.
it just solves it. First of all, those drums were delicious, man.
Really.
Delicious drums.
Ooh.
Our drummer killed it.
That was
Yes.
right.
Like
Perfect.
we're like standing in the other room. We're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Is this
let's
real
do
life?
it. Go for it. He's making it up on the spot. You know,
Nice.
No, it was great. I loved it.
it was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was excellent.
drum performance.
Delicious bass burritos also.
Yeah,
Bass
Thanks.
burritos delicious. Those vocals, man.
Yeah, Eric.
They
Yeah.
were awesome. Yeah, man. The screaming. Come on, man. Awesome. You put some juice in it.
You know,
you know.
it
You
was
got
like
the formula.
it was jet fuel just into the mic.
What was it?
Basically.
Nice. Yeah. So,
David said something about the
oh
voice.
yeah. You should. By the way, there's a suggestion for a name
Yeah.
for your band.
Was Eric in the boiling points?
Yeah, Eric and the boy.
Yeah, no, I've offered that before. You know, that's when I become Maroon 5 because that's kind of what Maroon 5 has become. Whatever that guy's, Adam Levine and the Maroon 5s.
And the Maroon 5s, Boiling Point and the Fahrenheit.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Love it.
Taking it to new heights.
Okay,
But,
so these.
wow.
Ba-dum-bum. Psst, you got that. Psst. You gotta add that. Psst.
Yeah.
All I could think about was my poster back here, which you can get in the merch store. Shameless plug. It says music. It's like tacos to my ears. This song was awesome, man. But the lyrics really stood out to me.
Really? Great.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because it seemed like it was like, okay, you're revved up, you're ready to go, but there's this weight
Yeah.
that kind of
so
like makes you wait.
it's kind of an interesting song. So the story behind this whole song is I was actually in conversation with another artist to do kind of a feature kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it just kind of fell apart. And then, in truly, I think a God-inspired moment, I had a friend who used to be in the band. His name is Krista Poyen. He contacted me 2 days later. He's like, "Hey man, I feel like God's been talking to me about you." And I'm like, I'm texting him as well. I'm like it's it's weird because I feel like God's been kind of putting you on my heart. And so we had a call actually. And he's like, I think I'm supposed to like help you write a song or be involved in writing a song with you. I said, okay, well, I was thinking that we were going to do this with someone else, but clearly God had you in mind. So let's do it. And the first kind of version of the song was a little bit different, and we kind of evolved it over a couple months. But it really became a song about almost folks who are almost prisoners of their circumstance. Like there's in a lot of countries, there's just people who aren't really given a chance, don't have access. And so this song is, really, it's definitely by far the most kind of pessimistic song on the record. But it's I also feel like good art is about asking good questions, right? So leading to people to make their own judgments or come to their own conclusions about circumstances, right, or situations. And so it's kind of almost forcing the hand of people to think about, why is it that some people don't seem to have a fair fight or a fair chance, and they always seem to be fighting and not really having that opportunity to further their lives. And so that's really what
or at least to have like a moment of peace and like where you feel like, okay, fine, everything's flowing, right?
Right. And that whole, those whole pre-choruses are all about, feeling like something's coming and then almost having the rug swept out from underneath you and you're kind of back to where you started. And, there is a little hope in that, the person doesn't give up, right? So they're a fighter and they're trying to make the best and make it work out. But, I hope that people listen to the lyrics and just kind of really think about it in relationship to the movie project, and it's cool. It was cool. We did a Kickstarter in February or March, and we reached our goal within 48 hours. Right. And so some extra funds came in and, that was really the time that I tried to shift gears to then raising funds for the roof for the kids in Minocco because their school roof was starting to leak. And then my brain started shifting to just the ways that, because people had kind of overly blessed us. Like I was just really in the mode of like, where is God calling us to be a blessing to people? And so, through my relationship with your channel, through you, our conversations, I was really trying to find ways to bring people into the project, but also looking for ways to just bless people and spread love. So Chris is kind of starting this new music venture. He's a great friend of ours. And so it's like, it seemed really to go hand in hand with the opportunity to kind of, to be a blessing to someone else. Cool. Because so many people had blessed us.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's great. So quick question. How many Archies do you give this song?
Oh man. So I think this is actually going to be our third single off the record. If you guys think, do you guys like it enough to?
I like, yeah.
To radio.
Yeah.
So I give it a five Archies. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, that's
no. I was gonna.
I was just completely blown away by how the song turned out. I mean, friends, buy the CD and put it in your car. It will cause you to speed, but it sounds incredible.
It'll cause you to speed. Listen responsibly.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, 5 Archies for me as well. Yeah, it's got a lot of juice in it. It does kind of get you moving. It gets you moving. Probably something you can jog to. Something
that's right.
No,
eat tacos too.
Bro, eat tacos too.
Yeah. Yeah, we had never done like a really big splashy rock song.
Yeah.
And so our bass player Ian, who just also blew it out of the water with his bass stuff,
Yeah.
He was just like, let's just go for this big splashy rock tune that we don't have, you know, in our catalog, and hit it out of the park. And I really think that we got there with that song.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was really well put together. The lyrics were great. The story was great. The guitar parts to it. Just because I don't mention the guitar parts doesn't mean that the guitar weren't awesome. But excuse me, Coke. Yeah, it's a really great song, man. Five arches for me.
Cool. 5 arches for me.
There we go.
Right on.
All
right.
We're ready to listen to the second track.
Yeah, this is our new single. So
Monuments.
Yeah, it just went to radio last week.
Okay. Do you want to give us a little bit of detail on it before or after?
Let's do after.
Let's do after. Awesome.
See how people respond.
Let's see. All right, familia. So here we go. I'm gonna enter into my third taco.
I barely finished my first taco.
I'm gonna enter. I already took a bite out of my third taco, so we're a little bit ahead here. So this is going to be a song called "Monuments" by Boiling Point. I just gotta pull it up. I gotta find a better way of navigating through this here. All right, here we go. Boiling Point, Monuments. Nice.
Hey, take a second now to feel the air rush out. Free yourself from thinking. You know exactly how this life will all turn out. H-O-P-E is more than inspiration with your green tea. Can find a new stream, embrace the saline. You choose to live, you don't need to make apologies.
Nice build. Boom.
Your poetry in motion.
Ooh.
Like history in oceans. There's more at stake.
That's my son.
Aw.
These games you play. Be cognizant of the monuments you place.
Nice.
We were never meant to save souvenirs. After we're long gone, they'll all be sold by auctioneers. Yeah, we were meant to care and give our lives away, like glowing embers bringing hope until the break of day. Love is
Yeah.
more than a catchy slogan on your TV. Quit your scrolling, man. Engage your empath. There's more to life than your distraction avalanche.
I like that.
Your poetry in motion.
Love it.
Like history in oceans. There's more at stake. You're too precious for these games you play.
Drum pattern changes are awesome, man.
Be cognizant of the monuments you place.
Ooh. It's not at the end yet.
Oh, I'm still gonna clap.
Ooh, nice. Like I'm floating in the ocean. Ooh.
Gives me like some 80s vibes.
Oh, love it. Ooh, static. Love it. Ah, yes.
Your poetry in motion. Like history in oceans. There's more at stake. You're too precious for these games to play.
Man, oh man. Okay.
I love it. I love this style of rock. I love your music.
They just started off bang, like really
Yeah.
strong. I love the drum pattern changes because you skip a little beat there and then just go into this sort of like, I don't know what to call it, man. I'm not a drummer. I wish I'm a air drummer. But
our drummer has never been worked as hard as he worked for that song.
Really?
Yeah.
He had blisters all over his hands by the end of it because he played for like 3 or 4 hours, I think. Just the producer just was on him, just give me this. Let me just beating the heck out of the drums the whole day. It was just.
No, he did an excellent job because of the lyrics. It kind of demanded that kind of that kind of movement. It demanded that kind of motion because I felt like it was coming from a good place of encouragement and this rawness of what we were meant to live, or how we're meant to live and how we're meant to love. So this song has the word love in it, and you know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I've heard you speak about it. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's just the channel's branding, if you want to call it that.
This song was about as hard earned as any song that we've ever done, because lyrically, I hadn't finished the first verse. I had no bridge. I basically, we showed up to the studio with the second verse and the chorus. And on the way to the studio, we broke down. Our thermostat failed on our vehicle, which basically caused our cooling system and then eventually our engine to totally stop working. So we put about $250 in coolant in the radiator to get to Lincoln, Nebraska, because it was like coming out every half an hour.
No way.
But so it was a battle. I didn't have the first verse written until the morning of singing it, and I didn't have the bridge until the morning of singing it. And it was it was an interesting time, because like I've never been more stressed out. Like we had rented this Airbnb, and I'm like trying to just write lyrics and come up with something that was going to be, clever and people were going to be able to connect to. And so really that's where a lot of the first part of it came from, just to breathe. I was almost reminding myself to breathe because like it almost felt kind of hopeless. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if we're going to leave here having not, sung this song. Basically which is what I was thinking.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah. And then, I kind of took a break early because I think there was some stuff that we had to do in the studio very early, and I just walked outside. And this is all during that time. I think we've talked about this, but like in January, I didn't know if the band was going to continue. I thought there was a good possibility that this may be the last song that I ever sing into a microphone in a studio. And so the bridge I basically wrote for my son, thinking, what would I want to sing to my son, or what would I want my son to remember about me? If this is the last thing that we do, and so that whole line of your life is a melody. We're all flickering. Dear child, won't you sit next to me? Anyway.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah. So it's just so that'll give you the listeners some perspective, but
yeah, that's great.
That's great. I love it.
So
that's great. It's interesting to see and to hear that you're not just writing for the sake of writing, and you're not just wanting to come up with something that is catchy or that that people can relate. You had, although I do see that people can relate to this song, it had a purpose. It had a purpose for your son, to leave him with something with a philosophy, if you will, a mental, a mindset, a specific mindset for him to just push through, right?
Yeah. I just I hope a lot of people can relate to just the fact that there's so much beauty in life, but you have to kind of pick the right notes, right? So it's all about the decisions that you make and what you live for, and that's what I mean, that's what the whole song is about, right? I was kind of in December and January, really kind of feeling like God was placing just the word monuments on my heart a lot. Just, and in that, like, what are the things that you're going to, you know, stake your life on? Like, if you're going to, you know, if you don't have anything left, or if you're going to stand for something, what are those things that you're going to stand for? And hope and love are certainly at the top of the list for me. You know, but again, I hope that's a question. I hope it's a song that gets people to think about their lives, you know, like, what is it that I'm about? What is it that I want to be about? Am I there, or is there some work to be done? Right. So like, we're all in process. So just like, just waking up every day and figuring out whether you're where you want to be and who you want to be, and making the changes that you need to make to be the person that you are proud of. And then, you know,
that you want your children to speak, you know, life into others, and to speak, well, to say good things about you, to say, hey, my dad was this person, or like in my case, my grandfather. You know, I often say, like, I would die happy when I know that, like, maybe one of my grandchildren sees me the way that I saw my grandfather, you know, just with this, not that I want to be admired or any of that, but that they could be proud and say, hey, my grandpa used to say this, and that it was worth something positive in their life, that it was life-changing in some good, in a good way, you know?
Yeah. And you know what, I'm really thankful. You know, I don't ever pretend to know what God's timing is, or understand God's timing, especially after the last 2 years that we've had. But, you know, I'm just happy that people are able to kind of just embrace nuanced lyrics that don't offer all the answers. You know, I felt like there was definitely a time when you kind of had to spoon feed people. And that's one of the reasons I feel like we never have done very well, because like, people always wanted the answers. And I hope that we're kind of coming into a time when we can just offer songs and get people to think about about the lyrics and their own lives, you know. And I also hope that, you know, this song goes out to people who aren't Christians, you know. I hope that the song goes out to people who have no hope, or feel like they don't have love in their lives or hearts or whatever, and that's, you know, through researching us or the Hopeless Here project in general, they can maybe start leaning in a different direction and find some purpose.
Erika and I watched this movie a couple of weeks ago. It reminded me of you.
Oh, is it the ship?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a movie called Blue Miracle. Have you seen it? You should watch it, and you should watch it with your kids.
It's a
it's
beautiful movie.
Very, very touching, very moving. Just to kind of give you the gist of it. It's a man in I think it's in Baja California somewhere.
Yeah.
He picks up kids who are living in the streets and gives them a home. But they have their struggles, and there's, you know, just a typical story where they're struggling to keep their home. Yeah. And they're not sure how they're going to do it, and then something wonderful happens. But it there's some other stuff. The
storyline is really, really good
that unfolds there. It just makes you think. It makes you appreciate things, and it also makes you want to do something. It makes you want to do more. You know, it makes you want to. It inspires you to want to help.
Yeah,
more.
That's awesome. And let me say thank you, Sister Carol Ann. I really appreciate it. See your comment there. That's very, very kind of you. You know, it's and going back to God's timing, like, it's just kind of incredible, you know, especially with kind of the record label partnership and everything. Like, that's just never been what we've been after. Like, we've just kind of been trying to enjoy the journey and relate to people as well as we can, and minister to people wherever they're at. And so this just has been such an incredible journey. And, you know, through it, when I was starting to enter into kind of conversations with Randall, he actually has a band called We Are a Vessel that folks should check out. But, you know, a lot of people were coming to him and saying, you know, we want to play a bunch of concerts and do a bunch of dates. And, you know, that was kind of their whole focus. And it was cool to get him on the line and just be like, you know, what's the vision that we feel like God has for Boiling Point, and and what are we hearing? And I'll just tell you this right now, but I would really appreciate prayer from the entire community, because about a year ago or so, God really started putting on my heart the possibility that if we were actually going to continue, that there might be another project on the horizon called Another Hope. And Another Hope is significant to me because it's the children's home in Uganda where we adopted our son from. And so I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to hear from God about whether there might be another movie in the makes about a children's home in Uganda, and what kind of support and hope we can be in relationship to that community who is doing so much for children who have no families in Uganda.
Wow.
What's the situation in Uganda? Why are there so many children without families?
A lot of the culture is starting to break down. There used to be, and this is true in a lot of African countries, the family unit used to be stronger. And so if something happened to someone, the family would step in and take care of kids. But that seems to be happening less. And in Uganda, specifically around boy children, there's this kind of social norm that a man won't raise someone else's son. So you're dealing kind of with that.
Wow.
And then girls, if they are adopted by other Ugandans, are basically adopted to be housework or housekeepers, basically. And so it's really, the ideas of kind of looking at the possibility of doing something around Another Hope is really inspiring to me, because, Ian, our bass player, and I were talking about this a couple months ago, and just talking about the theme of like the fact that at some point in our lives we are all orphans, right? It just happens to some of us sooner than others.
Yeah.
And we're all faced with that possibility. And so there's just some themes that we can potentially run with and work with. And I don't know if you know this about me, Leonardo, but we were actually in the process of adopting 2 children from Uganda, a little boy and a little girl. The little girl came to us first, and then our adoption agency came back to us at the request of the children's home and said, there's a little boy that this little girl is really attached to. Would you think about taking 2? Because we had put, up to 2 kids on our application and everything. And unfortunately, because of things like kind of the politics around what I spoke about with Ugandan men not wanting to raise other Ugandan men's children or boys, and the possibility that this little girl could be, adopted by a Ugandan family, probably for house care. The red tape and the people not willing to work with us or cooperate got in the way, to the level of us now not having the opportunity to be her parents, or to bring her to the United States and give her, a little bit of a better chance at life. And so now we're actually, because I do feel like I'm responsible for this person. My wife and I are actually actively trying to be involved in her life, and then also try to put her through a better school so she actually has a chance. Because the village schools, they're fine, but they're not, great education. And so we've been trying to get her better education so that she can have a better life and career and things. And just there's just so much history with Uganda. So we'll see, but prayers would be appreciated.
Yeah, we'll definitely add it to our prayers on Discord. We have a prayer server.
I'll just drop the link right
We'll
now.
add it on there. We'll add it on there, man.
There's the link.
We'll be praying for you.
Thanks, man.
And the situation. We are now ready for this last track. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm a little nervous.
I feel like we've been waiting on it for a little while.
Yeah, we've been waiting on it for a little while. I was dying to tell people, but it's not that it's not that I was told not to say anything. It's just that, like, I don't know. It's just, hey guys, look at this project, But this is a song called "Scared to Know," and I love the story behind this song. And I'll let you share it afterwards.
Okay.
But there is something special about this song.
Yeah, absolutely.
People
are gonna have to listen to. Or are you're gonna say something about it now?
Yeah, I'll say something about it.
All right.
I mean, I'll know.
Ignore all the other musicians and pay attention to the guitarist. Just kidding. On this song, because don't ignore all the other instruments. That was a joke. That was a joke. But what makes the song so special, and for me, is that our good friend Eric invited me to be a part of this song, and so I play guitar on this song. It's exciting. So here is the song called "Scared to Know." I'm gonna play a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to pause it because I got to get over to this other screen. Actually, no, never mind. All right, here we go.
He's getting nervous. This is nervous talk.
This is nervous talk.
Take a bite of your taco.
I will. As soon as the song gets started, I'm gonna probably eat like four more tacos while this song.
We only have 2 left, so
I'll think of something. All right, here we go. This is "Scared to Know," Boiling Point.
All right.
No, it's been a while. Hope it's been a while for you. Seemed to cross my mind, even though there are times that I don't want you to. It's not that I've grown cold or a little bit older. It's not that I've grown numb. If I'm being honest, I'm just a little scared to know. Did you ever learn of Mars and conquer every single war inside you? Did you get your daily bread so you could dream of things ahead just for you, just for you? And I still see your face. Hope it's taken shape since I last saw you. Hope you got some time, 'cause when I left, the same time was against you. It's not that I've grown cold.
The guitar, not my guitar.
Or a little bit older. It's not that I've grown up. If I'm being honest, I'm just a little scared to know. Did you ever learn of Mars and conquer every single war inside you? Did you get your daily bread so you could dream of things ahead just for you, just for you? And I wanna know. I don't wanna know.
Are we gonna hear some screaming?
I wanna know. I don't wanna know. Sticks and stones, got nothing on your skin and bones. Where are we going? 'Cause you won't leave me alone.
Ooh, that chord.
Did you ever learn of Mars? Conquer every single war inside you, inside you. Oh, did you get your while. Hope it's been a while for you.
Incredible, man.
Oh,
That was incredible.
really beautiful.
Oh, like that's my name.
There he is.
There it is.
No, that was so beautiful.
What a beautiful song. In the song, you're asking, and we'll get into the story, but you're asking, have you conquered every war inside you? And I feel like this is one of the wars that's inside of you that is yet to be conquered. It's very sensitive
and
topic.
unfortunately, this is one that never will be conquered, because this song is about as deeply personal as a song can ever be, and that's why I wanted someone like you, Leo, to be involved in it, because I wanted the first verse to be almost like you and I were just sitting in a room and you were playing guitar and I was singing along with you, and but it's a song that I've been writing for 2 or 3 years. On that first trip to Sierra Leone, we talked about this. Met a little boy with his grandmother, came into the clinic, 18 months old, and weighed 12 pounds, dying of malnourishment. And, it's just, there's just some things that life in the United States and life in general doesn't really prepare you for. And walking into someone else's deep need and desperate hunger and skin on bones is one of those things. We rushed this kid off to this Swiss clinic that was specializing in malnourishment, laid him down, and honestly, the scene will forever be in my mind, because the doctor turned this kid over, and where his rear end was supposed to be, he lifted skin off of bones. And that's what that reference is to in the bridge. Sticks and stones. You can hurt me. You can hurt me as much as you want, but there's nothing that will hurt me as much as seeing that kid in that state, and the skin and bones, to such a nature or such a degree that it was just loose and hanging. And it's just, I don't know. I suspect people have things that haunt them, and this is one of the things that will haunt me forever, because I feel just significant cognitive dissonance about whether or not I would actually want to know if this kid made it or didn't. And that's what the biggest point of that song is, that moment in the bridge where I'm just saying, I want to know. I don't want to know. And just this war within me, I want to know. I don't know if I want to know, because most kids, they just don't ever get out of that situation. A lot of kids just die, and I don't know why. And if this project, these songs, can do anything, it's just bring awareness to people who need it so desperately.
What did this song, at the very least, give you some form of maybe not closure, maybe that's the wrong word, but did it give you any kind of healing? Was it?
I'm hopeful that singing it for people will be cathartic and just help just let people in on the struggle and the situation. I don't know. There's a point in the movie where I'm just like, I don't know how to get people to care. And, in a lot of ways in this situation, caring is seeing, and just being able to be witness to something like that. And so hopefully in some way we'll get to make things better for other kids. And, I desperately hope that this child made it. I don't know, it was just one of those things. Turned out all of our pockets, the whole team gave all the money we had to this grandmother, because in Sierra Leone, the expectation was that she was gonna, pay for bedding and food and medicine and everything. And she she couldn't afford to just basically feed him very simply,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, when you're presented with that kind of situation, I the least we could have done was respond in the most significant way we had available to us.
Oh, it's heavy, man.
Yeah.
It's such a heavy topic because it's the not knowing. It's the trying to bring yourself to be right in the middle because you're being pulled on both ends. You want to know, you don't want to know. You're hoping that things turned out well, that he, learned about Mars, something, that many of us get to learn about, get to.
Yeah. And really this was my letter to him, just if I was going to write something to him, like, what would I say? Like, that's why it starts, I know it's been a while. I hope it's been a while for you because I don't know that, and I hope that you had a future. I hope you got to learn about really simple things like the planet Mars.
Yeah.
It's like such a simple song, but we contrasted it with a really sort of complex chord structure to really almost represent the just the complexity of the situation.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job at putting this together. I was looking at these chords and I'm like, I haven't played these chords.
Yeah.
There's so many songs that I learned, and it's and okay, you get you get an A6 here or what have you, but not every chord on here on the song is something. It's like yoga for fingers.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, and I appreciate that you invited me to be a part of this song. That means a lot to you. You guys did a fantastic job with this song, and
Thanks, man.
I hope it reaches many people here.
Yeah, I hope people have a chance to listen to it and find out what the song is about. I guess that's my fear with the song, that people won't do kind of the work to figure out what it's about. Yeah. Although, I guess, I also hope that people, I guess, connect in their own way, certainly. But this is definitely one of those deeply personal songs that, I don't know if people will listen to it or not, I guess, because it is like, it's a massive struggle. The whole song is just a massive struggle.
Yeah.
And I wonder if people want to be, confronted with that,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Music is used for many different reasons, and sometimes we feel this. I don't know, we want to feel connected to someone, and this story is very raw. It's at the bottom of the human barrel, and it's very, very expressive, very real, and it's a real story. Something that. People like us in America, we don't live that. We don't see that. I'm sure that people who are in the medical field have seen some pretty harsh situations, but thankfully we're in a country that we have the resources and can help people like that. And I can't imagine what it's like in a country where like someone who can't even feed their child or their grandchild is struggling. That now add bills, medical bills on top of that, makes it that much more harder. It would almost feel like you're digging a hole, you're digging yourself even deeper into a hole. How can we get our hands on this album? What are some ways that we can order it or buy it?
So the album comes out tonight on iTunes and all the digital platforms. So if you could think about or saving it or giving it a heart or whatever, listening to it. If you want a physical copy of it, boilingpointband.com. That link will be up in a little while. And it will be available starting tomorrow. But I hope that, I don't know, this whole record, I'm so proud of it because it's just such, the record really has just about every human emotional experience kind of on it. I thought the record for a long time was a little schizophrenic, because it was just so all over the place. And then, by adding, monuments and Scared to Know. And actually the last 3 songs that we've listened to, they were the last 3 that were added this year to try to fill it out a little bit more. And because of people blessing us with a Kickstarter, it feels more coherent and it's a kind of a larger story to be told. So anyway, yeah, physical copies, www.boilingpointband.com. That'll be available tomorrow. Otherwise, check it out on streaming and wherever else you can find music.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're really inspiring to me and Leonardo and a lot of people. You're just amazing. Very genuine. There's not that many people sometimes that we come across.
We really love your heart.
Well, to be honest, I've always wanted to come on Leonardo's show and cry. So I'm happy that we finally got there because I feel like it's a badge of honor.
You cried and you had tacos. So.
And you had tacos.
Cried and tacos, and the experience was complete.
And
the complete Leonardo Torres experience. Crying and tacos.
Crying and tacos and music. And music, of course. Yeah, man. This was great. Thank you for sharing these songs with us. I can't wait to hear the rest of the songs and rock out or go for a walk while we're listening to it. I don't know. We'll find a good place for the music.
Yeah.
But we appreciate the hard work, man. We know that it's not easy writing music, and we know that the music industry itself is not an easy thing to be a part of. So we wish you the best, and we'll be praying for the band and for your music to reach the right people that it needs to reach, and that you get the support that you deserve, man. You're doing something good. You're doing something good. You're spreading love. You're spreading stories of love. You're spreading awareness of topics of situations that are very difficult to look at, and you're doing it in a very nice, clean way. We definitely appreciate that, and
we do.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. Really do, from the bottom of my heart. I'm just so grateful for you guys and for La Familia, and just the support and the family that I've found here has just been so tremendous, and just everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I just look forward to seeing what we can do in the future.
Yeah. Speaking of the future, you have some events coming up, right? You're going to be. Yeah,
we'll be at Life Fest coming up in 15 days, actually, and we'll be in the north. I'm kind of busy putting those on Facebook at the moment, but I've got us going for at least the next 3 weeks anyway.
Is the schedule on your website?
Yes, there's a calendar on the website. That is through Life Fest at the moment, I believe, and I need to add the tours because we've got some Northeast tours coming up, which are going to be really fun. One leg of that tour is going to be all showing the movie and then breaking it up with acoustic versions of these songs, and then showing more of the movie.
Cool.
And then the back side of the run is going to be all full production, electric, Eric screams at you kind of stuff.
Running on stage and jumping off of things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, less jumping during the acoustic sets. Although I've got my kids like toy piano that I kind of want to like bring out there and just like jump.
And just jump over
6 inches. Yeah, that's right. Anyway.
That's great, man. Well, I'm excited to see what Boiling Point is going to do next, and we will definitely, as soon as you have more lyric videos to the rest of the songs, we'll do reaction videos to them here on the channel too. Familia, stick around. We'll actually stay tuned. I'm going to be adding the link to all the websites and everything in the description down below after this video is done. And if you enjoy the music, please hit that like button. Let YouTube know you like this video, and they will do their part to spread it and share it with more people. All right. Any last words? I feel like you're gonna be executed. Any last words?
No. Thank you. Thank you.
Familia, thank you so much for joining us. As always, please continue to spread the love that comes from above, and we'll see you on our next adventure. Peace.